Welcome back, welcome back. Zebras have stripes. Hey y'all, man, I've been gone for a minute. But I will start off always the same. 4 kids, 3 baby mamas, ain't married none of them. But my people from African descent, haven't we learned that we get way too happy when we get people elected in offices that look like us? But we never look at the people to do anything for us, or what have they done for us, or the background behind them of doing things for us. And we just give them a shoo-in because they look like us. And in some senses, I get it if you're talking about your everyday job. But when you're talking about some of the highest positions in this world, we got to have them do something or represent us in some type of way that shows us that they got our best interests at heart. The new Judge Brown, I'm just going to say this real simple. She's married to a white man. And how can we expect her to enforce legislation of things that affect us, or people who look like us will go to her, and we expect her to give us a kind of like, well, she gonna kind of think about us sometimes. She's demonstrated already in her choosing on who she wants to marry and raise a family with that our interest isn't her interest. All right, what matters, what affects her is not the same as what's going to affect us. And I want this to be clear. The only reason why she's even in that category to even be with that man is because she was a judge. That man's a surgeon. He wasn't going to marry her if she was just a regular Joe Schmo off the street. Like, my queens, man, that's not a normal thing. Like, quit thinking that she's just some normal person that can just step on hundreds of years of oppression. Like, she's not gonna do nothing that's gonna make a difference in our lives. Like, just her being there don't mean nothing. Like, didn't we learn this with Obama? Like, Obama didn't do nothing for us, and he had 8 years to do something, and he didn't do nothing for us. There wasn't one piece of legislation that was passed that changed our lives anyway. And we lived through it already. Like, when are we going to learn to stop just electing people or being happy and congratulating people just for looking like us? Just because they look like us doesn't mean they have our best interest. Like, we got to start emphasizing that if you look like us, you got to do for us. Like, there's different ways of being black. Not only do you have to look black in this case, or have black qualities, but you have to be mentally black as well. So being psychologically black and being biologically black have to be comboed together. Trust me, all of y'all know a bunch of cats that look like you, but don't give a fuck about your people. And don't give a fuck about what you go through. And then we also know people who don't look like you, and them motherfuckers is down for the struggle, you feel me? But you gotta be psychologically black, and you gotta be biologically black to understand and be able to step on those boundaries, because every step that you taking, you already thinking in your head, how is this going to change the struggle for my people? How is this going to change my communities? How is this going to change my culture? And everything that I do is representation of that. Stop thinking that people, just because they look like you, they're going to be in your best interest. Like, we've seen this over hundreds and hundreds of years. We got tons of names for people like that. But we never want to hold ourselves accountable. When do we get to a point where we have learned that just because people look like us does not mean they have our best interests, and we have to look at the complete totality of the picture to understand what are we looking at? Like, stop getting people credit for something they didn't do. Like, just because you're the first at something doesn't mean that you are that something. But that's my sign off, man. We gotta learn. We gotta do better. We gotta start holding each other more accountable. Y'all know I'm with that accountability, especially amongst ourselves. We the only people that know our own struggles, and we don't do nothing about it. We don't have no accountability within our culture and within our communities, and we gotta get back to it.